I shouldn't be making this video right now, but unfortunately I am left with little choice. The worst thing about this is that I don't really want to do this, but you forced my hand and gave me this ultimatum. I am left with little choice right now. The gloves must come off. And this time I'm putting my foot down because enough is enough. For the past 6 months, since January of 2015, you have been harassing me not only on a physical level, but an emotional level and on a personal level. And quite frankly, you really show just how childish you are. And I think I have a hunch as to why you're doing this. I know why, because you say that I do not deserve anything. Well, if you feel that I don't deserve anything, then I have a legal right to say this. You don't deserve anything either. All you're doing is showing what kind of man you are, or rather, what kind of boy. You're just a child, a degenerate, a fool that has no life, thinking that you could, make harm to somebody else at their expense. And what a good job you've done. Good job. Bravo. Bravo, you sack of crap. I really do mean it. Bravo. Because if you think you're going to stop me with your antics, it's not going to work. It seriously will not work. It really isn't. Because it tells me one thing, that I've done my job. I've done my job because now I've found somebody that legitly hates me. That hates my guts, that wants nothing more to have me banned from YouTube. And I believe that's your function. That's what you're doing. You're trying to do whatever possible to get me banned. Well, it isn't going to work, my friend. And the worst part about this is I don't know who you are. But I can make this really easy for you. I could save you all the hassle. I can save you the humiliation. I could save everything. Hell, if you choose to accept this, I'll remove this video right then and there. Hey, that decision's up to you. We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. And that's going to be your decision. Because unfortunately, I'm at my wit's end, and what you're doing affects not only me, but my viewers, my subscribers, my fans, my friends, my family, and myself. And quite frankly, you, sir, are pathetic. So here is my ultimatum, because I'm calling you out right now. In the description is where my Skype is. My Skype name where I can be reached. If you want to save yourself the humiliation and face me like a man, accept my Skype request. Or rather, send me a Skype request. And I'll accept it and see what kind of man you really are. And then we'll see from here. Because I'm going to find out 3 things from you. Who are you? Because clearly I want to know who it is that is taking their time out of their life and making mine miserable. Why they're doing this. Although I've already figured out why. Because you want to make my time on YouTube miserable. And I can tell from my analytics that is the expense. The best thing about it is that I actually know where it's coming from. And I know it's from the United States. So basically, whoever's doing this is living in the good old US of A. The land of the free. The right to freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom to hate. And unfortunately, you, sir, are now my #1 target. But if you choose not to do it, then I'm going to take it up a notch. I am going to get law enforcement. I am going to get legal action. I am going to be doing everything in my power to make sure that you end up in a jail cell. I really mean it. You left me with little choice. And unfortunately, I didn't want to do this. But hey, you asked for it. You forced my hand into making sure that this happens. But what you do from here, well, what happens here is up to you. You can choose to do it the easy way, which is meet me on Skype, and we can talk about this man to man. Or I look forward to finding out who you are, where you live, what you're doing, and making sure you end up in jail. Because clearly, this has affected me on so many levels that it has driven me to the breaking point. It has driven me past depression and into the level of suicide. And I shouldn't even be saying stuff like this. But unfortunately, you left me little choice. That's right, you. You who decides to take time out of your life to making mine miserable. So, I've issued this ultimatum. I'm calling you out. I want to see what kind of man you really are. And if you do choose to do things the easy way, I will remove this video and we'll forget this ever happened. But under one condition, that you leave me alone and that you find something else in your life worth living. Because doing this has its limits. Normally, I should be ignoring you. I should even pretend that you don't exist. But unfortunately, you force my hand. And you keep making my life miserable wherever I go. Whether it be on YouTube or on Twitter. And because of you, I'm no longer on Twitter. So be proud that you drove me away. I don't plan on going back. Because their security sucks. And it's people like you that is the reason why this world is such a dark and hateful place. It is people like you that make it so hateful. That makes the world so dark. That makes it so full of corruption and strife. That it's hard making friends as it is. But one of these days I will find out who you are. And when I do find out, I am going to make sure that you never, ever hurt me or anyone else again. Or we can just avoid all this and you meet me man to man. The choice is yours. And whether you take it or not is going to determine how things go. What you do isn't going to stop me. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep making people happy. I do videos to have fun and to make people smile. That's what I do. But it's people like you that makes the world go to hell. And you, sir, are one of these people. So the choice is yours. You can choose to avoid all this and face me man to man. Or I choose to take legal action and make sure I find out who you are and making sure that you end up in a jail cell. Whatever you do from here is up to you. I am waiting, little boy.